episode 5. It's Eugene Johnson, founder of Make Your Mind an Asset. In today's episode, we're going to talk about minding your mind. How to mind your mind. Now, you hear people say all of the time, you need to mind your business. Well, I want to flip that a little bit. You need to mind your mind. So what do I mean by that? You need to be intentional about what you focus on every single day. You need to be intentional about how you develop your mentality, because your mindset plays a heavy part in your success in the future. See, you have to be mindful about what you focus on and intentional about how you develop your mind. I remember I was coaching somebody at the time and he asked me, what happens if you don't feed your mind on a constant basis? And I said, well, you do feed your mind on a constant basis. And he asked, well, what do you mean by that? I don't really do it. I know I need to do things to feed my mind, but I don't do anything currently. I said, well, you actually do. Let me ask you a question. Do you watch TV? Do you read the news? Do you have negative friends and family members? Who do you allow in your mind? See, you're feeding your mind on a constant basis. Every single day you're feeding your mind. The question is, what are you feeding your mind with? I mean, seriously, how is watching 27 murders on the news going to help you move anywhere closer to your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations? I mean, we have to be seriously intentful about minding our mind. And so many people are minding other people's mind. They want to figure out what other people's philosophies and mindset is. Forget about that. Don't focus on that, because you use that to focus on, then you can start to blame them for the philosophies that they had that might have been against what you were trying to go after. But you can't change that. You can't change the problems and the situations that happen. You can't change those things. But you know what you can change? You can change one thing. You can change yourself. So focus on that. Focus on what you can do to change your personal mindset. Mind your mind, and everything else will move forward from there. One of my mentors, T.D. Jakes, said, the battle is in your mind. The enemy is after your mind. And if you can whip it in your mind, then you can whip it in your checkbook. If you can whip it in your mind, then you can whip it in your health. See, the enemy is after your mind. And if you can protect your mind, I love the way Jim Rohn breaks it down. He says, beware of the thief in the street that's after your purse or your wallet, but also beware of the thief in your mind that's after your promise. So we've got to focus on ourselves. How do we mind our mind? How do we get ourselves away from focusing on everything else? Because everything else is a distraction. What you need to focus on constantly, daily, every minute is, how am I thinking? How's my mindset? How can I mind my mind? You gotta focus on you. You gotta focus on changing yourself. Jim Rohn says, if you change, everything will change for you. But if you don't change, nothing will change. So you gotta take the time and focus on, how can I change? What can I change? What can I do differently today that I didn't do yesterday? What can I do to pull myself out of my past and into my destiny? So don't focus on the past. Don't focus on the problems. Don't focus on the situations. Don't focus on any of those things, because you can't change the wind from blowing. But what you can do is you can set a new sail. You can decide today that I'm going to move in this direction. I'm going to think this way. I'm going to change my mindset. And every problem that I look at, I'm going to look at the opportunity to create promise in my life. Everything you want is on the higher shelf, but you have to qualify to get to that higher shelf. And the way you qualify is you stand on the books to get you to a higher level. Every new book gets you to a higher level. Developing the mind gets you to a higher level. And the higher you get, the more attractive you become. And I'm not talking about physical attraction. I'm talking about mentally attractive, energy attractive. The more you develop yourself, the more attractive you become. And success is attracted by the person that you become. And when you become more is attracted to you. But most people waste their time trying to pursue the success. You can't pursue success because it will elude you like a butterfly. But what you need to do is become more attractive. And the more attractive you become, it starts to come closer to you and attracts like a magnet. So spend the time. Spend the money, spend the resources, do whatever you need to do to become better. The number one question I hear all of the time is, Eugene, how do I get to the next level? Well, this is the answer. You'll get to the next level when you deserve to become the next level. When you become more, you'll get more. So become better and you can achieve better. But don't do anything. Don't feed your mind. Don't mind your mind. And you'll stay in the same place. Matter of fact, no, you won't. You actually won't stay in the same place, because there's either growing or dying. There's no such thing everything is in between. There's no neutrality when it comes to success. So either you're on the up incline or you're on the decline. So don't allow yourself to decline. Continue to grow. Continue to become better. Even the most wealthiest and most successful people every single day still take the time to become better. Still take the time to read the books, to hear one new idea, because there's one new idea that can literally revolutionize your life. So focus on feeding your mind. Mind your mind, and your mind will mind your success. That's what I got for you today. Until next time, remember, let no man steal your vision, because no man gave it to you. God bless.